So, we finally know who the season 4 characters are, and there is some diversity in the community of how you feel about it. There are some people that hate it. They're like, this is the worst season of all time. Like, honestly, Capcom's not listening to this, dude. And then there's the other side, like, man, this is holy peak, bro. Like, what are you guys talking about? And my how I stand, honestly, is I stand in the middle towards this could be bad, this could be good, but I'm leaning more towards good, honestly, because a few things. We're gonna start off with how I feel about the characters. Yamzi, I'm sorry, Yasmin. I keep messing up her name for something. Filipino, cool concept, and I didn't know the name of the weapon. I kind of forgot about the name of it too, but I recognize it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is what even Smoke used in the MK1 game. So I'm like, okay, I recognize this. That's neat. Might be cool. Arjun, not too bad. Design wise, he kind of looks like a concept art of Ryu, like with the long hair, but I don't really know. Like there's like we know a little bit of lore about them, but we're not talking about that right now. Design wise, okay, not bad. Bosch, he was in World Tour. He actually has a sick design. I'm actually looking forward to him the most out of this entire characters, because even after this there's Tifa, which is like, yeah, I don't really care, honestly. It's cool for people who wanted her. Oh yeah, happy for joining, proud of you, happy. But I'm looking forward to Bosch here the most, actually, because I'm like, man, this guy was cool. But spoiler alert if you haven't played World Tour mode, but I'm pretty sure you're not. If you have, then you already have. If you haven't, you're not going to. He dies, so I'm like, what? Either maybe he doesn't die from getting exploded, I guess, or maybe Ingrid's like, yeah, no, you didn't die. Probably like that. This is probably what's going on here. But either way, these characters here are all brand spanking new technically, for being playable, because Bosch is not new because he's in World Tour. And I'm like, okay, this is odd, but I'm cool with it. The reason being is because this has already happened before, but in a different way, which was more, I feel as if the other way when this happened was a more digestible way, which is Street Fighter V Season 2, when we got Akuma, Colleen, Ed, Abigail, Minot, and Zeku. We had 5 brand new characters, basically. 5 brand new characters. And then you have Akuma, which is just a returning character for that season. So, the funny thing about this too is the characters that were in Season 2 for Street Fighter V, they want them to return in Street Fighter 6. Because I remember in the beginning, people were like, oh, 5 new characters? Why isn't freaking Fei Long here or whatever? So it's kind of like history repeating itself, basically. So that's why I'm like, to me, it's not a big deal, because they're probably going to like them. Then they're like, man, why is this character not in Street Fighter 7, bro? Like, I'm gonna crash out. That's probably what's going to happen, more than likely. I think the thing is, what people are like having a problem with here is that, like, dang, we couldn't get at least one. Like, okay, 2 new characters and maybe 1 returning. All right, cool. And then Tifa, bet. But I think the problem is here's like, dang, all of them brand new. I think that's the side where people from that side are like complaining, and then the people that are happy, and are like, what are you complaining for? That's what it really comes down to. Like, you wanted new characters. I think people wanted like maybe 1 or 2 characters. We didn't want an entire roster of new characters. I think that's that side of how people feel. Generally speaking, if there was like 2 new characters, or technically 3, like Tifa being the guest, and 1 returning, I would be chill, as long as it was like a cool returning character, like Urian or something like that, for me personally, or Makoto. This season is brand new, so I'm like, how I feel about it is, I have to wait to see what their moveset is, because I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. Like, for Ed, there was speculation because he has Psycho Power. Bosch, technically, I don't think, because they did, like, in the Twitter thing, they have, like, images of what they could probably do, and it just shows a fist. Ed did Psycho Power, like, in the story a little bit, so I'm like, okay, I knew what he was going to do, so that's exciting. That's why I was excited for Ed. And he was, Moro was going to be a teacher, so I'm like, okay, there's an interest there. But for these characters, we know nothing. Like, we know nothing here, so it's going to be interesting how people feel, because if you don't like how they animate or whatever, you're just not going to like them. So it's just really that, or there's going to be the stigmatism, like, it could have been this character, but it's this character, so for that side, you either just going to hate it just to hate it, or it's like, okay, these moves I just don't like, which is fine. So that's kind of how this is gonna go, honestly. Do I think this season has a lot to offer us, like for like especially for the season pass, even like with the older one comparing? I think this offers less, because in the first season of DLC, I think we got like 2 stages, and same for the second season, and then the third one more. This season, we're actually not getting any stages, because me and my friends were talking about it in the Summer Games Fest, like, oh, well, this obvious person that's getting a stage is probably gonna be Tifa. No, she's not getting a stage, so it's like, oh, huh, okay, that's a bit odd. And then I was thinking about that, so it's like, why is she not getting a stage? Like, are they working on something? Because we're not getting anything from World Tour mode, So it's like, is this going to be the big shakeup season? Hopefully, because since, especially with the DLC characters of choosing, it's kind of a mixed bag for some people. Not me, but for certain people, like, you're tripping, Capcom. You're falling off. You're like Street Fighter. You're falling off a little bit because no big update, no new stages, and costumes for characters have not all come out yet. What's going on here? You working on a new fighting game or something? Like what's happening? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like how I feel a little bit in a way, because I'm still excited for the season just to see how these new characters play, specifically Bosch. But besides that, I'm like, oh well, it doesn't feel like a lot to offer. This isn't like Super Street Fighter 6, and people are like, why would you want? No, we should get that. We need to overhaul the game. We need a big update, because some people might be able to do the same thing over and over and over again, but just one shakeup, and then, like, you know, later when the game ends, another shakeup, and that's it. I'm asking for 2 shakeups. We just need a shakeup. I feel as if it's the thing, because if we get a shakeup, everybody that is complaining about the DLC will more than likely not complain about anything anymore, because their character got shooken up. Like, they do different stuff, maybe have a new move, or, you know, there's a new drive system that gives them new dank to do, and this other character has some new stuff to do that makes them cool, so they might try them out. Just something to shake up the system, make people, like, look at, so they don't have to worry about all this DLC stuff, really. That's what the game really needs, honestly. That's always going to be my biggest complaint for Street Fighter 6 thus far, is there's no shake-up, because the DLC characters, they can be cool. So I'm not really worried about them. Like, they have potential to be good or bad, so I'll just have to wait and see how I feel about them. But particularly, I'm looking mainly towards Bosch, because I think he just looks the coolest, and I know him relatively. So, you know, it gives me a good idea here. But when it just comes down to the system, if they do that, then people that are, like, really feeling some type of way about the DLC, they'll be fine. That's really all they need to do, since there's not going to be any stages. I'm not sure when we get the outfit fours, which is just like another thing, and nothing's really going on here, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they might show something at EVO, the next big fighting game event, and maybe they'll, like with the Yasmin trailer, they're like, hey, here's the new big balance patch, Super Street Fighter 6 or whatever. If that is the case, everybody's gonna be like, all right, we're good now. Like, everybody in unison, I feel as if for the most part, majority of people are not gonna have a lot to complain about really anymore. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. So my opinion on the season 4 characters, I think they're fine. I'm not a hateful person. They could be bad. I'm not really looking. I don't really care about Tifa. Like it doesn't really matter to me. I'm more looking towards Bosch. Like I said, that's the character I'm looking at specifically. We'll see what Yasmin's talking about. Arjun, I'm curious what he's gonna do, but again, because like what they showed his picture, like he was shooting out wind or something. So that's interesting, like yoga stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. But that is pretty much it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know, like it or whatever, do whatever you want to do and stuff like that. If you don't, it's all good too. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time zone you guys are at, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video.